Cornell Cooperative Extension of Orange County presents Welcome to Orange County, New York 4-H Cat Science Program. I'm Maggie Smith. I'm your 4-H Animal Science Program educator, and I'm excited to share this experience with you. So when COVID hit, we thought, how can we connect with everybody? We heard from some of our teens and people in the community, and everyone said, what about more items on cats and dogs? Because most kids have those at home. So we thought, all right, let's start cat science. So I hired my two trusty sidekicks, Riley and Frank, and we set off on an adventure to find the perfect cat. In this series, we're going to learn together all about cat science, from potty training to bringing home, to showmanship, to why vet records are so important. So come along for our first video entitled Pollo de Leche, Preparation, Selection, and Socialization of Our New Teaching Cat. The before. So before we all started, we know we have to do our preparation. So with preparation, that includes getting the essentials. For a kitten, it means soft and hard food, as well as milk replacer. So we decided to get milk replacer just in case because we were going to adopt our kitten from a farm and wasn't sure the exact age. We also wanted to make sure they had enough protein in their diet. We also wanted to make sure we create a comfortable environment. And of course, our kids wanted to get toys and clothes. So Frank and Riley decided on a superhero cactus theme. Here they are at PetSmart picking out all their goodies. So next stop, the farm. Things that we were looking for in a kitten was that it was friendly, social, looked healthy, and that it was a male. We found all of those things and more with our cat, Pollo de Leche. And if you guys don't know what that means, it means chicken milk. Kids got a good laugh, and so did I. So what happens when we bring them home? It's feeding time. So Pollo was pretty small and we weren't sure. So again, we had milk replacer for him as well as some soft, wet food. We fed him every 4 hours and he had wet food and milk replacer. He's always eating, so as you can see, every 4 hours includes that 4 a.m. feeding, then that 8 a.m. feeding, and so on. He always had a really good appetite, so we were really glad. He wasn't too sure about the bottle, so we switched it up and put some of his wet food in with his milk replacer, just to give him a little added oomph. He did like that. So next thing that we wanted to work on with our teaching cat is socialization. Pollo is going to be in a whole bunch of different environments, school settings, after school, night classes, vet science classes. So we wanted to make sure he was exposed to everything and anything. So we started with socialization. Riley and Frank really like their tablets and handheld games, and with that comes lots of noise. You'll see in the next clip that there's lots of yelling and a little bit of screaming going on. We try to keep them as quiet as we can, but we do want to expose Pollo to those things because we never know what's going to happen in a class. So with socialization, we always start early. We expose our cat to all different ages of people, all different animals, different environments, and lots of different noises. Different smells. The first thing they did when they woke up was have breakfast. So that included bagels and cereal. As you can see, Pollo was next to them at all times. The kids love him very much, so he got to smell some different things and they chose bagels and cereal. Riley and Frank are trying to talk about purring with the kitten. So Riley, can you show me what you just did? So you put
Okay, so when you talk and you put your hand on your throat, you feel the buzzing.
Yep, and that's what it sounds like when Pollo was purring?
Yep. Do you want to feel?
Yeah, sure.
Just feel on his tiny little neck here.
Oh, so socializing is going very well in our house, right guys?
Yes.
And environment. So, as we know, all of this happened during COVID pandemic, so I was working from home when we were doing our incubation embryology classes. So we introduced Pollo to our home office because we couldn't bring him to the office just yet. As you can see, he's always in his cactus and he is ready to start the workday. Next is other animals. As I said before, we were in the middle of our incubation and embryology class, so I had chicks around. We always want to make sure that our animals are exposed to things so nothing bad happens when they're in a different environment. So since we don't know where we're going to be doing our classes, we wanted to make sure that he was introduced with different types of animals. So this is one of our baby chicks from our incubation and embryology, and Pollo, just getting to know each other, a little bit of sniffs. Pollo wasn't that interested, but it was still a cute moment. Another thing that's really important to me is introducing our cat to our dogs. So Pollo is our teaching cat, but he's also my new fur baby. So he's gonna live at home with me. And we have 3 large dogs. So taking that into consideration when socializing is you need to make sure that there's safety first. As you can see, this is Poncho. In this picture, you'll see some videos of Prince as well as some videos Pokey, and they are going to interact slightly, but enough farther away so there won't be an issue. We're always right there when those interactions start. So we just start by looking, and then we'll go into sniffing and touching, and from there. They did really good. It kind of looks like a nice little stare off here, but my little Poncho is very excited. He loves baby chicks, so to have a kitten in the house, he was pretty excited.
I see you. Pollo.
And again, eating. Here, Pollo is all tucked in and ready for his afternoon snack and slumber with all of his different toys. So toys. That brings us to toys and trick times. As you can see in this picture, Riley was trying to teach Pollo how to high five. Normally it starts with swatting with the kitten and interacting. So we encourage that as long as there's not nails out. So again, this is him reacting to a different environment with different toys. And you'll see in the clip right after this that the kids have things going on. It's a little loud, it's a little noisy, but he's being exposed to different things. So we're pretty excited that he loves his toys and he loves to learn new things. Well, after an exhausting 24 hours, this is our bedtime routine. So the kids decided that we would have a nice big sleepover for Pollo's first day home. So Pollo received his milk replacer, and the kids received a glass of milk as they snuggled down with Pollo in between to conclude our very first day with Pollo de Leche. So thanks for coming along with me, Riley and Frank, for our first episode. Stay tuned with more things to learn.